The season continues and it's Queen's Park Rangers against Manchester United. The fixture is reversed, so that means we're at Loftus Road as per usual. Manchester United still at the top of the table, having a magnificent season. But they did suffer a draw against Queen's Park Rangers the last time these two met. Queen's Park Rangers actually took a 2-0 lead, but thanks to Falcao's fantastic performance in the second half, United were actually able to peg them back into a 2-2 draw. Manchester United welcomed Kevin Strootman to the team, who completed his signing just last week but makes his debut today. The big news for Queen's Park Rangers is that Rio Ferdinand returns to face his old club. It's McCarthy in goal with Harmon, Colker and Seacombe Young in the rest of the defence. Isla Fer, Sandro Hornet and Charlie Austin is with Eduardo Vargas up front. The Manchester United has said the big news: Kevin Strootman is in the midfield with Darren Fletcher. The rest of the team is De Gea in goal, Jones, Hummels and Rojo in a back three. Strootman's joined by Fletcher, Herrera, Januzaj and Di Maria. Falcao is partnered up front with Robin Van Persie. The other piece of big news is that Wayne Rooney makes the bench, plotting a return from injury. Van Gaal will probably be most likely playing him in probably the final moments of the second half. Of course, you don't want to injure the big, aggravating his broken ankle to your captain. So obviously, Van Gaal will probably not be resting him as much as he can. Well, there he is, Rio Ferdinand. A lot of people thought he would end his career at Manchester United, but he was let go and decided to continue his career at Queen's Park Rangers. He's not really had the best of seasons, obviously, but Queen's Park Rangers are still out of the relegation zone, so they are still staying up as it stands. So it's not been a bad year for him, but Ferdinand only made the bench last time these two met. Anderson actually came on, and Ferdinand didn't feature. This time it's the other way around. Anderson hasn't even made the bench for this game. So here we go. Queen's Park Rangers, a magnificent performance against United, but they were pegged back to 2-2. And as we said, Wayne Rooney makes the bench for United for Louis Van Gaal, and Louis Van Gaal will look to get him out there, but for probably as little time as possible, as Rooney is probably not fully recovered yet. But when you're Wayne Rooney, what else can you do? Wayne Rooney is a pure footballer. He wants to be out on the pitch playing football. That's all he's ever wanted to do, and he earns big money doing it. But Wayne Rooney is just a pure player. He wants to play as much as he can, so he'll be itching to get out onto the pitch. That is a badly taken free kick, to be honest. Angel Di Maria, 13 appearances at age 26, joined from Real Madrid, of course, who's been amongst the goals recently. Him and Falcao, I think, are sitting on both on 5, or at least Di Maria is. So they're edging closer to their top scorer. Aaron Hammoudi was still out with his dislocated shoulder, probably for another month. Juan Mata is probably going to be another couple of weeks before he returns, as Kevin Strootman got on the ball there momentarily. He's been given the number 32 shirt. And here is Strootman now. Dutch player. Obviously Van Gaal knows all about Kevin Strootman, his time at the World Cup and such, and other internationals surrounding that. He's Fer, previously of Norwich City. Here's Robin Van Persie. Oh, that's a great turn on Steven Colker. And a great save from McCarthy, who did really well up until he conceded those 2 goals. Falcao was obviously the hero of the day, rescuing a point for Manchester United. One of the very few draws they've had this season. And their only loss was at Arsenal in the Barclays Premier League and the League Cup. On both occasions, Di Maria's corner is to a Queen's Park Rangers defender. Jones was thinking about it, and decided not to, as Januzaj tries to push through. And referee has brought it back for a Queen's Park Rangers free kick, I believe. It's going to be Rio Ferdinand to take it. There's Harmony. Challenged by Januzaj, and he actually loses the ball entirely, and Januzaj well kept. And Percy And the Queen's Park Rangers defender was ended up on the deck. It's a great header from Matt Hummels, but he went down with it, but he's straight back up. And we understand there will be no more business for Manchester United for the rest of the season. Kevin Streetman is the last man to sign for the club this year. It's been such a spending time for United. And for Burnley, it could be normal service resumed. They just conceded against Crystal Palace at Turf Moor. It's been a wretched season for Burnley, to be honest. And Percy looking for Falcao, too far in the box. It's a pretty interesting formation that Louis Van Gaal has gone through. It's a back three, then there's two in front of them, and then there's three in front of them, and then two in front of them. And it looks more like three central attacking midfielders, and that's probably to compensate for the fact that Wayne Rooney and Juan Mata could soon be returning. So it could be Di Maria, Rooney and Mata playing behind possibly Van Persie and Falcao on a regular basis, at least until Falcao returns to AS Monaco at the end of the season. Manchester United will be definitely looking to sign him. He's definitely made a difference, and that Queen's Park Rangers game was a prime example of that. And here's Robin Van Persie. He's got a lot to do from down here, but he's taking Harman to school, and Falcao, he tried to back away for the header, but unfortunately couldn't get his head to it. And it's safe to say that Queen's Park Rangers will be looking to exploit this. Manchester United having no actual wingers in the back three of Jones, Hummels and Rojo, but one of the best central defenders in the club when you think about it. Here's Junior Hoylett, and not actually making another pass, and actually running out of the box. Good defensive pressure from Matt Hummels and Manchester United as a whole, really. Fletcher was down there. And that's great work from Marcus Rojo. Here, a little hasty to clear it. Oh, and Hummels, or Streetman rather, actually completely misjudging his header, and Eduardo Vargas come up with it. And he runs it out of play. Here's Hoylett. And tackle from Jones. The referee doesn't give anything. I think it's a Queen's Park Rangers corner. Well, Stephen Colker looking to put his name probably in the England setup before too long. He's only 23 and he's doing rather well. He's obviously making a case for Euro 2016. Which I know is a year away yet, but you never know. Falcao. A lot of people saying Aaron Hemwood should be on that plane to Euro 2016. I believe he's in France. And a lot of people thinking Aaron Hemwood should probably be there by now. He's long overdue an international cap. Falcao and McCarthy easily gathers it. Hemwood is going nowhere at the moment. Dislocated shoulder, but having one of his better seasons. Last year was a barren one for him until the end of it. Here's Robin Van Persie. Ambitious, but worth a shot. A lot of space to work there, and Falcao was trying to make a run in front of him there. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria is pass intercepted, and he is one man that has come good in the second half of the season. He's starting to get amongst the goals a little bit more. And tackle from Streetman. He's had a quiet first half hour, but he's there. And here is Streetman now. Headed by Hummels. Picked up by Darren Fletcher in the season of his life at the moment. Darren Fletcher, fantastic looking season for him as well. Manchester United as a whole are having the season of their lives. Every United player down there. It's such a far cry from last year, but it's a good one. And Percy is a long way offside there. Stephen Corker with the free kick. Michael Carrick, though, on the injury list. 2 months with a torn calf muscle. Another injury for United to deal with. But they're doing so well fighting through these injuries. And now Rooney is on his way back. So The injury list will look one man shorter by the probably end of today or the end of this week. He'll probably be back to full fitness, and I'll have to see if Van Gaal brings him on. Maybe the final minutes of the game. He's probably already said to Van Gaal, put me on. As we said, Wayne Rooney is a pure footballer. Just wants to go out there and play. He wants to leave his mark as much as he can. And it's forced out of play from great pressure from Falcao, but Queen's Park Rangers should have done much better there. They forced a corner, and the keeper is not happy with that scenario. Di Maria takes it, and Percy tries to head it. It's out to Herrera, who hits it, and hits it way over the bar. Andre Herrera, this was worth a shot. It just ended up being too high for him. Herrera only probably 2 goals this entire season. One in the FA Cup against the League Cup against Arsenal. My apologies, and one earlier, a couple of games back. I believe at Tottenham in their 3-0 win there away Hart Lane. There, it's a fantastic game from United's perspective. A draw against Stoke, and most recently that 3-0 win at Swindon. Manchester United just need to keep up the pressure. They've done so well up to this point, leading the table by about 5 to 7 points or so. And didn't actually get to count at the start of the broadcast. Goal kick. The next for Queen's Park Rangers is Turf Moor. Burnley stay there from their previous game at Crystal Palace. They're currently losing. Queen's Park Rangers are next for them in a wretched season, to be honest. But they did progress in the FA Cup last time, and actually won against Liverpool. And it's definitely a high of their season of many lows, unfortunately for them. Many people rooting for them, though. And Strootman, wearing one of Aaron Howard's old numbers. He was 32 a long time ago. Until last season, where he switched to 54, and now he's 23. Falcao, good save from McCarthy, and it's in. That is literally walking into the back of the net. And who is that? A real comical moment for Manchester United, and it's Angel Di Maria who scores again, literally walking into the back of the net. Wow. Very unfortunate for McCarthy in a sense, but Di Maria just walks into the net. That is absolutely wonderful from Di Maria in a way. Poor Queen's Park Rangers, it just wasn't going their way on that occasion, was it? Di Maria walks into the net, the goal is going to be credited to him, and he equals Aaron Henwood as joint top scorer for Manchester United this season. Aaron Henwood ended last season with 6. So there's no doubt that Henwood will increase that when he gets back. But right now, he's probably about to fall victim to second top scorer now, as Di Maria is on an incredible run to the point where he's walking into the back of opponents' nets. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Manchester United 1. It makes a change, as Manchester United normally are scoring 0-0 at the end of the first half. But today, Angel Di Maria literally walks them into a different scenario. It's Stephen Corker for Queen's Park Rangers, and he's lost Hummels, and the ball is everywhere, and Hummels is not really clearing it very well here, and Manchester United almost having a bit of comical defending themselves. Matt Hummels just about getting it away. Oh, here's Di Maria, beautiful touches. Look at the space he's got. They just lay off him. Good save from McCarthy, but Di Maria is all over teams recently. He's really been amongst the goals. He's literally walking into the back of nets now. Such confidence in Di Maria, just walking to the net. I wasn't really sure what to say when the goal went in. It was rather funny in some way. Di Maria just able to walk into the net. And poor Queen's Park Rangers, it was just not going their way, was it? Here's Charlie Austin, the standout in the previous encounter between these two. He actually scored both goals that put Queen's Park Rangers 2 goals in the lead before Falcao demonstrated what he can do. And that was on Falcao's debut, I believe. Here's Di Maria, the ball is open, he's offside. 5 minutes of added time. And Manchester United cruise on to another possible win. And Di Maria is offside on this occasion. It is a pass from Herrera, I think, but Di Maria was miles offside. I don't think he expected his teammate to get the ball, and decided to keep running forward. Decided to go backwards. By the time he decided that, he'd been in offside. So there's that. And that's a great tackle from Kevin Strootman. Hummels. So Strootman actually teaming up with Holland teammate Robin van Persie. So there should be some good chemistry between those two at least. But this whole Manchester United team has got chemistry through the roof at the moment. It's just a fantastic vein of form. It doesn't really look like they can lose. They haven't lost since the loss at Arsenal at the Emirates in the Premier League. That was a while ago. Van Persie, and there's so many holes in this Queen's Park Rangers defence. Di Maria is going to be offside there. And Manchester United once again just strolling. And Queen's Park Rangers just leaving gaps. But they're trying to catch people offside, and they did on that occasion with Di Maria. The end of the first half, and Queen's Park Rangers 0, Manchester United 1. Di Maria literally walking into the back of the net to score. After McCarthy made a pretty decent save from Falcao, Di Maria picked it up and walked into the net quite literally. Quiet debut for Kevin Strootman, but obviously it's been a straw in that case for Manchester United anyway. Strootman's not really had a lot to do. He can have a quiet one, but Manchester United are leading at the break. Makes a change. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Manchester United 1.